Our pregame show is brought to you by Brewer Heating and Cooling, your local Rheem Pro partner. You can count on the trained professionals at Brewer Heating and Cooling for all your home comfort needs.
Welcome to the Tiger Den at Ripon High School, where Ripon Girl Tigers are getting ready for conference action against the visitors from Jackson, Wisconsin, Kettle Moraine Lutheran Chargers. Hi, everybody. I'm Marty Ernser. Joining me is Steve Brooks. Behind the camera is J.J. Cronin, executive producer Riley Eisnagel. And we're going to bring you some AM/FM radio as well as live stream. 1600 The Wave. And also 93.1 FM for you listeners. For you viewers, we're live streaming. And what you need to know is YouTube/Ripon channel, and you can watch if you're just not going to be able to listen to a radio if you're driving. So anyway, back to this. We're looking at this team coming in here tonight. You know, I was talking about Kettle Moraine Lutheran, my friend, and here I realize it is Berlin. Kettle Moraine Lutheran came into Ripon and played Ripon Tuesday night. We're not very hospitable, Steve. Were you at that game?
Yeah, I was, and let's not go back to it. We'll just leave that one where it is, and let's talk about the Berlin Indians tonight.
Sounds good to me. Berlin comes in with a 4-2 record. They beat Wautoma Tuesday evening in non-conference action, 51-40. Did you have an opportunity to see that contest?
I did. You know, it was. Our girls have done a good job this year of being in ball games, doing different things. Seems like there's a stretch in usually the start of the second half that comes back to bite us later on in the game. So working through some things. I know the girls are eager to get out here tonight against the conference rival Berlin. Berlin's off to a good start.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, our friends from Berlin, as we used to say. Callie Kurzak in that game Tuesday at Wautoma had 19 points and 10 boards. Big-time double-double. Emma Bowe was 3 of 7, finished with 9 points. Claire Bartle for Berlin, 8 points. Get a load of this, 15 boards. She's getting into Ali Bumby area. And then Lakeland Sabisky, 8 points for Berlin, as well as Jane Hoffman, 7 points and 4 rebounds. So Ripon comes in with a record overall of 1 win and 3 losses. So they got that win, I believe, against, was that Mayville?
Mayville, yep.
Yeah, so they're going to search what better time to take advantage of getting a conference win, and that's what they really need to hunt for. Talking to Coach Jesse Noldoff and reading the local paper, their goal is they got to get a winning record this season. That's their aim. They're off to a slow start when you look at the numbers. But any thoughts going into this Berlin game? You just talked about it, kind of touched on it, where they seem to have lulls, sometimes early in the second half. So I'm not sure how you how do you address that?
You know, it's tough. The game of basketball is full of ups and downs throughout the game. It's early in the season, this being their 6th game, so there's a lot of season left. Way too early to say, well, you really need this one.
Yeah.
But from the confidence standpoint, this is a really good game to get early in the season. Berlin's going to be a tough out down the stretch, having to go to their place later in the year. You know, our girls are excited to get out and compete against them and are looking to get in the win column tonight.
Right, and they want to get that nasty taste of what happened Tuesday evening against the Chargers. All the more reason. What we're going to do here is step aside for the playing of the national anthem, led by the band director, Sam Erickson. And what a great job he does with these Ripon High School players. So we will rise for the playing of the anthem.
That you please rise, remove your caps, place your hands over their hearts for the playing of the national anthem.
Sam Erickson always doing a nice job with regards to his work with these young musicians at Ripon High School and playing of the national anthem. So with player introductions, we go with number 10, Lakeland Sabisky. Number 12, Claire Bartle. Number 22, Emma Bowe. Number 23, Jane Hoffman. And number 34, Callie Kurzek. She's the one, the junior, the 5A junior, had the big game Tuesday night against Wautoma. So for Berlin, Sabisky, Bartle, Bowe, Hoffman, and Kurzek. I want to give my best wishes and hopes for Lynn Krause get better. That's why they moved me to play-by-play, and I already messed up with the introducing the wrong team. How's that? You know, Berlin, thank you. Thank you, and now I know why Lynn gets the company car. So, with the introductions for Ripon, it's going to be number 1, Bryn Carlson. Number 3, Ari Brooks, the senior. Number 13, Adeline Noldal, the junior. Number 21, Ellie Rost, a senior. And rounded out with the team's leading scorer, number 23, Carson Bauman. So, Carlson, Brooks, that's Ari Brooks, because there's a couple of Brookses, folks. Noldal, Rost, and Bauman. So,
I'm interested to see right off the top here, Marty, how we handle the zone and the man defense tonight. Berlin's going to change things up. They also like to get out and press a little bit in the full court.
Yeah, and I get that impression a lot of teams see opportunities against Ripon, and they do come out and try to put defensive pressure on them. So Bauman goes against Bartle on the jump. Ripon wins it. And, you know, last time we did a game together, they spread the defense out, or the offense out so wide, I thought they were in a 2-3 zone, and they weren't.
That's right.
And they won't. So now I got to keep my mouth shut. There's a steal on the skip pass.
Good job by Bryn Carlson getting back and defending that layup opportunity. And
yes,
Adeline coming back the other way for Ripon.
Yeah, doing a one and done after the steal. Double team down in the block. Ari, bad angle up on top. You either got to come to the ball or get higher if you're the guard on top. Better passing lane. Smart play by Berlin, just hitting the passing lane. Get that deflection and that steal. So 2 possessions by Ripon.
2 turnovers.
2 turnovers. And this time, though, they're going to pay because we're going to shoot free throws. And that's going to be Jane Hoffman. She's the 5'10 senior. Missed that first one. And the second. So no damage yet done to the Tigers after 2 mistakes. It's still a scoreless contest here in the first half.
Looks like Berlin is starting out in a box and 1. They're going to guard Carson with
Bauman.
1 defender. And they're going to play a
zone it.
4-person zone with the rest. So
a 2-2, okay. There's a 3. I've knolled off. And a fight by Ari Brooks. Let's see how they call it. Ari Brooks pulled off of it, hoping that the ref saw what she saw, and he did.
One thing that's important if we're going to see a box and 1 for a bit is we have to be active screening. Carson as well, being the player that's guarded, can help herself by setting some screens and then stepping to the ball. So we'll see how that plays out.
They got to figure out that passing angle because that's the 3rd time it's been deflected or stolen. Miscommunication there.
Going to be a push in the back on Bryn Carlson.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, what they did there, they were trying to go back out on a bounce pass on top, but that person had already, for Ripon, had already cut to the lane, hence the error. So ball security, an issue with the Tigers. Bryn Carlson trying to return the favor. She, to me, is a natural guard. She's got good feet, soft hands. Inbounding for Berlin, Callie Kolchek. She gets it to Hoffman. Hoffman over to Sabisky. Knocked out of bounds by Ripon. Way to hit those passing lanes. I might have been nulled off. I didn't have my head down for a moment. Once again, they like to use Kershak on the inbounds. They're going to say the theft by Bauman for Ripon on that inbounds was out of bounds, so it stays with Berlin. She'll go on top to, well, nope, both set the screen, and she went to Hoffman. Fronting the post is Ari Brooks. Good pressure by Ripon there. Open three from the corner. Cans it. That was Jane Hoffman.
Here's that full court pressure we talked about earlier. Looks like a 1-2-2 diamond press. They're looking to trap the ball in the backcourt. Nice job by Ellie getting the pass up to Carson.
Beautiful pass there.
Down low to Bryn for 2.
And that's what they do, right? If you could get through it, attack the rim right away. Don't let that defense get set. Nice job by the Tigers against that diamond. Got to say, back, my 41-year-old son is a 5th grader. Mike Fight taught us the diamond press, going way back, decades back. Good teacher of when you look at that age group. Wow, lighten it up. Jane Hoffman, 2 for 2, 6-2 now. There's that pressure again. And this time they didn't get fooled on the cross-court pass. Knocked out of bounds by Bartle for Berlin, almost with the theft.
Something to keep an eye on as we go here is we're going to have to contest shooters. Jane Hoffman is one of the girls for Berlin that's got over 30 3-point attempts on the season. She's hitting about 30% of them.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to get a hand and force her to put the ball on the ground.
She had 9 points Tuesday at Watoma. Nice slice by Bauman going down the lane line. Good find for the assist. Get back to Hoffman. Yeah, she had 3 threes, and that was her scoring for the evening. Good point.
Something that's worked for us. There's a high post feed. Ari got hung up on the high side.
Yeah.
Helps got to rotate.
Yeah, if to help them get there in time. Up, out of bounds. Got a break there. Now, you know, you don't have to hurry against this. You can slow it down. Don't let them hurry you. You can't let them hurry you if you don't let them. So
and that's been something that's been a struggle for our girls. The tendency is to get rid of the ball quickly.
Yes, nervousness of the game.
The way that this pressure is set up, if you can make a couple reversal passes and move the ball up the floor, you've got a 3-on-2 situation. So patience is important. And we got to make sure that we rebound the ball.
Another steal. Ball security has been the issue I've noticed over the last couple of seasons because they got everything else going for them. I don't have a problem fronting the post, but you got, like you said, someone's got to slide down or weak side has to rotate over. That's right, Coach?
Ari Brooks is doing a good job of getting in front of Claire Bartle down there. The weak side defender has to be, that's 2 passes away, has to be in the lane.
Yeah.
And right now they're not starting to move until the ball's in the air, and that's too late.
And I think Coach Noldoff understands that once Bartle gets it down there, it's probably going to be over anyway, so front it, and then they can help their cause by challenging the entry pass a little better. There's Bryn Carlson on the wing. She dribbles down, kicks it back out to Bauman. Reverse pass put up by Noldoff. Pretty much missed everything, goes out of bounds. It's 10-4. We're just 13:38 remaining in the first half. Here in the Tiger Den, our friends from Berlin in control, primarily due to the Jane Hoffman back-to-back 3-pointers. So Ripon has 2 baskets, one against the diamond press, the other on a nice cut by Bauman and a find by her teammate for the slashing layup. Noldoff hawking that ball on Sobieski. Off her foot, that was over the line. Up the head of Bauman.
Good recovery there by Bryn Carlson to get the ball knocked out of bounds. I thought you were right. There was an out of, or should have been a over and back call.
Yeah, he
ball
could.
Hit the half court line.
The official could have made maybe a little quicker effort to get over there. But try being my age and do that. I would have been down on the baseline for gosh sakes.
Here we go with the baseline out of bounds for Berlin.
Callie Kurzek, she's doing it. I've always felt inbounding a near basket's the best opportunity to score. They're going to get a foul call hand on the back. I think a lot of times defenders don't even know that they're touching the basketball player.
Good first step there by Becca Bartle, who just checked into the game. Shot fake. Got Adeline up in there a little bit. She went to the basket.
And hopefully players for Ripon talk to one another and say, hey, this is your move. You got to take away that baseline drive. The help's going to come from the high side, not from out of bounds, that's for sure. Missed that first free throw. That's number 3, Becca Bartle. She's the sophomore, the younger of the elder Bartle, the senior Claire. Ari Brooks fighting for it, knocked it off of it. Should be, they are going to call it off of Berlin. I wasn't sure on that. Ari had 2 hands on it, and then the Berlin player, when the ball got back down to the floor, she had the leverage on it. So a lot of inbounds here. Kurzak under the Berlin basket, up 10-4 on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. They're going to tie her up. Nice job there. Was that Ari Brooks that tied her up?
I believe it was Adeline.
Okay.
Adeline Nodoff got her hands on the ball.
I should know better. If I had to take a guess, who's going to be doing that? She's tenacious.
3rd straight base on out of bounds here for Berlin. Looks like they're going to screen to the backside.
Safety valve on top. They get it there. Spin move. Missed everything. Ari Brooks gets it. She wants to push. They can't put that trap on. Boy, they're just having troubles getting clean passes against that defense for the Indians.
Yeah, Berlin's doing a nice job of playing with their hands up. They're dropping into gaps, taking away those passing lanes, making us work for things right now.
Yeah. Bryn Carlson gets it into Ari Brooks. Oh, my. It's going to be an overback, and it's just an area that Ripon, I don't know how to say it. Unforced turnover.
So Ripon's looking at a 4-10 deficit here with 12:34 left
on the American Family Insurance scoreboard.
And I think those are some possessions we want to just leave in the past and move on, get a stop, and see what we can do here.
Now they're going to get a call on Ari Brooks here.
Thinking about our offensive possessions, Marty, all the intentions are good. We're getting post touches. We're getting people cutting to the basket. We're just not connecting on those.
No, the execution.
Kaylee Kurzak at the line here missed the first of 2. One thing that has been helpful for Ripon is Berlin is not shooting the ball off the free throw line yet tonight.
No, they're not.
I think that's 1 of 5.
Could have had an over the back if they wanted. It's hauled in by Bauman nonetheless. Ripon will go the other way now, trailing 10-4 on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Noldoff on top, takes a dribble, then gets it to Carlson, who goes down into the corner to Rost, I believe that is. Reese Brooks, excuse me, who got into the game. That's another one of those fake a pass, make a pass. Nice slice again, instant replay of what we saw before. That time it came from the baseline.
That works. Yep, Ari had the ball in the short corner. Carson made a nice back cut. Got the ball, laid it up for 2.
Isn't it nice to have players that move well without the ball? They understand it.
Another tie-up by Adeline Nodoff. Should be Ripon basketball.
And we'll be saying that a lot this season when the games we cover here in the Tiger Den. We're going to get a few substitutions for Berlin. That's going to be Becca Bartle and Lillian Johnson in for Berlin. And for Ripon, we're going to get Emma Resop, the sophomore, who leads right now with 7.5 rebounds per game, leads the Tigers in that statistic of rebounding. Carlson gets the inbounds from Noldoff. She brings it down. Just sometimes, just a simple pass is not simple.
Noldoff with the ball on top, looking to penetrate the gap. Nice pass to Emma on the baseline.
Nice move. Resop just getting in there. I can just get some touches.
Reese Brooks over to Bryn Carlson on the left corner.
The big thing, it seems to me, is those side-to-side passes for Ripon is where they get in trouble.
we got to do a better job of punching the gaps a little bit, break the defense down, and then we can allow some movement to the basket. Right now we're playing 5 feet outside the three-point line, which is a tough place to play. Looks like Emma stepped on the baseline.
Yeah, another turnover for the Tigers. So with exactly 11 minutes remaining, it's 10-6. Berlin still in control as Carlson and Noldoff take a break. And in for Ripon, it's going to be, there's Rost, Ellie Rost for Ripon.
There's Hoffman on top.
And with the 3 ball from the wing, she's long on that. That was Bow for Berlin. They get an offensive rebound back to Bow. Show him the ball, dribble, relocate. Nice block by the Ripon player. Might have been Rost, but I'm not sure. Bauman brings it down, hits Rost in the corner, back out to Gatsky. Gatsky rebound, but throws it away. Had a good look at a 3. That was Hoffman again, but that one didn't fall. Soft touch. That's dribbled by Reese Brooks. They're going to call a foul on the arm.
Foul call on the play. Foul's been called number 22.
Looks like Emma Bow is going to pick up the foul on top. Going to be Ripon ball on the side. We've played about 8 minutes so far, and I don't know that we have taken more than 6 shots on offense.
No, there's probably more turnovers than shot attempts. Not a good sign if you're Ripon for sure.
Reese Brooks with the ball on top.
Spreading the floor.
Over to Rost on the right wing.
But you're right, they're having difficulty understanding the defense. Inside out, that's a good move. To the left hand, penetrate. And passing and catching.
Reese did a good job of drawing the defender.
And then kick.
Little too much on the kick for Ellie.
Yep.
Looks like we've also switched, and Ripon's going to be in a 2-3 zone for the last couple of possessions. Going to have to get out to the shooters.
Yeah, don't fall asleep on that baseline, those 3. Weak side will sneak right up behind you.
Right. What you do is you neutralize some of the post touches, but it puts pressure on your guards to contest the three-point shooters that they have on the floor right now. There's Hoffman on top, one of those three-point shooters.
So far, the best production by Berlin tonight. Dribble, relocate, left hand. Missed it, one and done. That time that was Resop, the sophomore, reeling in the rebound. Dribble, jump stop to the wing. Boy, Ross gave up an open 3. I tell you what, I'd like to see some of these attempts instead of throwing the ball away or dribbling into the teeth of the lion. Let's see. Rost is on the other side now, back to Reese Brooks. She feeds the wing, almost turned it over. Good look there on the weak side. And Resop, I believe, was fouled and will shoot 2. That worked well for Ripon that time, the ball movement. First time Ripon gets to the line to cut into that 10-6 lead. That was pure.
22 coming in for Berlin.
By Emma Resop, just a sophomore. Bauman goes out of the game. Solid free throw shooting. Like you said, there's that 2-3.
I like the change of pace. It's putting them into some situations, do something different. There's a 3 from Bowl. Came up short.
They're going to call a foul on Reese Brooks on the help from behind.
Foul called on the play. Foul's being called on Brooks. Sobieski back on the court for Berlin.
So we've seen a lot of these inbounds under the Berlin basket. They're leading 10-8. As difficult as it's been for Ripon here in the first half, they're just down by a basket. There's a 3 ball by Berlin on the miss. One and done. Boy, she's almost threw it away. So they're dribbling on top. Reese Brooks, she gets it out to the wing. That's Ross. He dribbles around to the top for Ripon. Ripon, she feeds the corner back to Brooks. One of the players goes down. That's Ari Brooks. Driving the left baseline and a pass into a sea of Berlin defenders trying to feed the sophomore Resop. There was a whistle. I'll wait and see what was called. They're going to call it against 34 of Berlin. That's Callie Kurzek, the leading scorer for Berlin. That's her second here with 7:55 remaining in the American Family scoreboard, insurance scoreboard. There's Ari Brooks for a three to Reese. Reese, good look, just came off the rim. That would have given them the lead, believe it or not. Berlin brings it down quickly out to the left wing, sets up for a three, fires it, nails it. Nice shot, don't have her number.
That was Kurzek stepped up in transition and hit the three. Nice looking jump shot.
I was waiting for her to turn. There she is. If you hurry, nice. And a nice finish. She yelled it. I could hear it through my headset. Good job by 10. Libby Gatsky on the finish, on the fast break for Ripon. Pull up jumper, missed it. There's Resop. I can see why she's the leading rebounder for the Tigers. They let her bring it down the court, too. Rost on the wing with the ball for the Tigers. Reverses the ball out to Libby Gatsky, who feeds the corner to Ari Brooks, back on top to Reese Brooks. Looking at that, almost like a 2-3 zone now for Berlin. Or they're trapping that ball. That's a walk. You know, if you can't attack it, then just reverse it. Weak side guard should come out, give the guard on top of Ripon and out to get the ball back out of that pressure.
Yeah, the key against his zone is to get those dribble penetration
and that
kicks and then also move without the ball. Right now we're kind of stagnant.
Yeah,
and
I think dribble penetration for Ripon is kind of difficult actually.
Nice job by Ari tying up the ball there. It's going to be Berlin ball out of bounds.
Yeah, good collapse on the entry pass. 13-10, just a one-possession game. We're under 7 minutes remaining in the first half on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Steve Brooks joining me, Marty Ernser, here in the Tiger Den at Ripon High School. The inbound there is being done by Lillian Johnson for Berlin. She gets it out to Emma Bowe. Bowe back out to the sniper, Jane Hoffman. Knocked away by Bryn Carlson. Good job by the junior for the Tigers. 6:39 remaining in the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Inbound by Berlin. Lillian Johnson gets it out to the Jane Hoffman, the 5'10 senior, who has 3 threes already. And there's a three, but that one missed everything. Ripon rebound, but the sophomore stepped out of bounds. Too bad for Ripon, giving his team another chance. That was Emma Bowe on that missed shot by Berlin.
The last couple possessions, we've done a good job of forcing those contested threes and been cleaning up the rebounds. Just unfortunate to step out of bounds around the baseline. Hoffman into the lane on the dribble, draws a foul.
Yeah. Good job by Berlin. You know, they're creating contact and getting whistles. That's Bryn Carlson with her second foul for the Tigers. So you have Noldoff out there. Emma Resop. Carson Bauman's back in for Ripon. Bryn Carlson will take his seat with those 2 fouls. Ellie Ross comes in for her. Then you have Ari Brooks as well for Ripon.
Hoffman connects on her first free throw to make it 14-10 Berlin. The second one's up and off the back iron.
There's Resop.
Resop again.
Nose for the ball.
Adeline pushing it up the court to Ellie Rost on the baseline. Looks like the Carson gathers it. We just look a little out of sync right now. We need to slow down a bit, look the ball in, have some good offensive opportunities. All things considered, Marty, with 6 minutes left to be down 4, the way the game has gone,
no, you're right.
I think we're in good shape.
And Resop takes a shot there on that entry pass, about a 12-footer, long on the iron. Below 6 minutes now in the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Hoffman with the ball. She does a skip pass to Sabisky. Sabisky dribbles down baseline, kicks it back out to Hoffman. Hoffman back to Sabisky. She puts up a 3 off the glass and then long. I don't know how Ripon did not get that one. And then they pay the price. Who else? Hoffman, the sniper for Berlin. 17-10. Ripon was within a possession at one point. There's a long cross court. It's not there. And thrown into the teeth of the defense. It's stolen. One of those I'll take it, thank you passes. Hoffman reverse passes out to Sabisky. Sabisky back out. I like the way the guard, Hoffman, goes over there to receive the ball. Takes away the angle of any deflections by Ripon. There's a long three, a long three. She missed everything for Berlin. Noldoff will bring it down. Ross with a wide open three look, misses. Fighting for it is Bauman. It was 2-on-1. Berlin came up with the ball. Hoffman will bring it down for Berlin. Approaching 4.5 minutes remaining. Showed a three and then kicked it back out. A little inside-outside. Now reverse pass over to Sabisky. Back up to Hoffman. Back to Sabisky. Back up to Hoffman for Berlin. No hurry. Berlin doesn't seem to be taking their time.
Ripon still sitting in the 2-3 zone. Ellie's matching high. Berlin's patient, willing to take some time off the clock, rest a little bit on offense.
Yeah.
Skip pass.
On a close, on a blow-by over Bauman. Bauman was able to block it cleanly. She's off and running, 1-on-3. Dribble, jump, stop, scoop underneath, came up short. So Hoffman again down there, kicks it out to an open Sabisky, wide open for the three. Missed it. Hoffman with another rebound. She doesn't start, but I'll guarantee you she leads the team in rebounds already for the Tigers. Bauman to Rost on the wing, to the corner.
Berlin back in the box and one.
Yeah, good point, yeah. Dribble jump stop from the corner, long. Noldoff gets her own missed shot, finishes off the glass. Get him off the schneid. They were on 10 forever. 3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining on the American Family Insurance scoreboard, 17-12 Berlin. We're here in the Tiger Den playing our arch rival. Hoffman reverse pass to Sabisky on the wing. She goes back up on top. This is instant replay of the last possession. It would appear they're going to take a little bit of the air out of the ball, see what the defense wants to do. Are they going to come out and challenge? We get a timeout called from the head coach for Berlin. Hey, we'll be right back for more action in just a bit.
Drive the roads and the lane with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Homan Automotive Group is committed to providing a professional and positive sales experience along with the best possible service. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff is always willing to go the extra mile to make sure you are satisfied. They are proud to be a part of the local community and look forward to serving you for many years to come. Homan Automotive Group in Ripon and Waupun.
We're back here at the Tiger Den at Ripon High School, where the host team, the Tigers, trailing arch rival Berlin 17-12 in the American Family Insurance scoreboard. 3:04 remaining till half, and they'll inbounds. That is Kershak. She gets the ball in to Hoffman. Hoffman reverses over to Bo. Bo's they're pulling out that Ripon defense big time, and they're going to try
Seems like she was out of bounds.
Like right foot. Yeah, I was kind of wondering that myself. Look at that. Ripon, they just kind of were spectators and didn't get the easy ball. I think what happened, Ripon players thought the other one was going to get it.
Ripon comes out of the 2-3 after the timeout, back to man-to-man. Nice job by Adeline Noldoff, stopping the baseline drive, turnover Berlin.
Yeah, I'm going to take Adeline Noldoff, and I'm going to put her on the best guard that the opposition has every night. Every game, she's going to be hawking the ball for me anytime you're in a man situation. There's that diamond press you talked about earlier that Berlin started the contest in.
Nice job, Carson, to split the defenders.
Picked up the loose change. Yeah, the pass was tipped on the press breaker, and it looked like Berlin with another theft, but Carson Bauman picked it up, finished.
Much better job of attacking the pressure early on. results in a turnover. Berlin feels like a little momentum switch is happening here.
Right now, and that's what they say about basketball, right? A game of runs.
Absolutely.
So let's see here if it stays in favor, that run stays in favor of Ripon.
Skip to Ellie
Bauman
Ross.
to Ross. Ross down to the corner to Ari Brooks.
Nice feed underneath.
Bauman. She got too far under the rim, but she almost with a steal. Yeah, she got too far under the basket. Too bad. Got to get a stop here if you're Ripon. 17-14. You're trailing if you're the Tigers. We got Hoffman with the ball being guarded by Carlson for Ripon. Picks up her ball, got a dead ball. That's where you want to play some denial there. Make it hard for her to get rid of that ball. Knocked away by playing from behind. They fronted the post earlier. Ari Brooks now playing more traditional from behind on Bartle. And there's just Bartle after Bartle after Bartle in Berlin. We're going to break away right now, 17-14. Berlin, we'll be right back.
Friendly service, competitive pricing. Modern Overhead Door does a tremendous job with quality installation of new garage doors and providing professional service after the sale. Selling residential and commercial CHI overhead doors. Modern Overhead Door, family owned and operated in Ripon. Call 748-5000. Ripon Area School District continues to offer the very best educational options to each and every student. Ripon Tigers are building their future in a high-achieving academic atmosphere supported by a dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and strive for excellence. Come to Ripon and experience what happens when excellence meets innovation.
Zabisky inbounds for Berlin, but Bryn Carlson, good presence of mind, some aggressiveness. The junior ties her up on the inbound pass, and the possession arrow to the Tigers. Smart play by the junior Carlson for the Tigers.
Time to take advantage here. Ellie over the top. Looks like we're trying to feed the ball into the post, but Ari got knocked out of bounds. It'll be a baseline out of bounds for Ripon.
Yeah, I'd love to see a fake lob and then take him off the dribble and hit that seam. Dribble penetration.
There's definitely some opportunities in that middle of that zone.
Ball shot was
like
blocked.
It was deflected.
Yeah.
Hoffman bringing the down for Berlin. Ripon back in man-to-man for the last minute of the first half.
I like the fact that Noldoff is changing that up, make that Berlin team hesitate a little bit on their heels offensively. Berlin, nice job of ball movement in here in the first half. Their half-court offense, they've done a pretty good job. When they've wanted to turn it up, they've been able to. When they want to be deliberate and take their time, they do that as well.
They're pretty patient with the ball.
Yeah.
Which you don't see a lot in high school basketball. Hoffman down in the post. Good job walling up by Bryn Carlson. Back to Hoffman with 30 seconds left in the half.
Nice crossover dribble with a left hand, back to the right. Finished on a beautiful shot by Hoffman.
Had just enough room to squeak by in the baseline and got the ball up for two.
19-14 on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Bryn Carlson for Ripon down in the corner. Brooks comes out, or Bauman comes out and gets the ball to receive it. Ross with a three, no good. Ripon fighting for it. Noldoff trying to save it. And that's going to be the end of the half. How Jane Hoffman and Noldoff fighting for the ball is how the first half ends here. 19-14, Berlin in the lead. We'll be back for second half action in a bit.
Silver Creek Dentistry offers a truly different dental experience. No upsell, no lectures, never any pressure. They truly believe in treating you the way you want to be treated, with friendly and compassionate dental care. Silver Creek Dentistry for all your dental needs. The bakery and deli teams at Webster's Marketplace are always cooking up great food for you and your family to enjoy. Breads, buns, cakes, and of course the signature donuts. Meats hand-cut daily to Webster's Deli Broasted Chicken. Delicious dips and full line of meals for you to take home and enjoy. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. Webster's Marketplace features an in-store smokehouse with tasty, made-fresh, right-here brats, summer sausage, snack sticks, and more. Bill and the Webster's Smokehouse team can smoke your venison, fish, or fowl. Webster's Marketplace featuring Webster's Smokehouse, Highway 23 West in Ripon. If you're looking for straighter teeth, better chewing, or simply a better-looking smile, Sensational Smiles Orthodontics offers treatment for both adults and children. Sensational Smiles Orthodontics, your only local one-stop orthodontic office, located in downtown Ripon. Keep moving with confidence on your long drive ahead. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Floral Expressions is a full-service floral shop conveniently located inside of Webster's Marketplace. From centerpieces to balloon bouquets, full wedding flowers to custom and sentimental remembrance arrangements, Floral Expressions is here to help. Inside of Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. Silver Creek Dentistry offers a truly different dental experience. No upsell, no lectures, never any pressure. They truly believe in treating you the way you want to be treated, with friendly and compassionate dental care. Silver Creek Dentistry for all your dental needs. Walsworth Printing in Ripon believes a company, like a family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School. Our halftime show is brought to you by MPB Builders, known as an industry leader in post-frame construction. You can trust MPB Builders, a 13-time winner of the National Frame Builders Association Builder of the Year Award.
Hey, that's our friends from Modern Pole Builders. That's right, 13-time winner of the National Frame Builders Association Building of the Year Award. Hey, we're back here at the Tiger Den. It's score Berlin 19, Ripon 14 on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. I'm Marty Ernser. Joining me is Stephen Brooks, a former high school player, a college player, a high school coach. He's done it all, that's right. And he even will do dishes, I've been told. Coach, we were talking off the air while they were in the locker room right now. What are some of the things you think you want to talk about if you're Ripon? Share it with us.
You know, for me as a coach, I'm looking at this, and as we talked about, you know, Ripon finds himself down 14-19 after the first half of play. For the people listening on the radio at home, I don't think we can do it justice to explain what the first half looked like. A lot of miscues on our part, some missed shot opportunities, a lot of turnovers. You know, celebrate the fact that you're within 2 possessions here. There's a lot we can clean up. You know, we are facing a box and one. So we're guarding, Carson Bauman is being guarded by 1 player. They're using the other 4 to play a kind of a box zone in the middle of the lane, which means there's lots of driving lanes. There's lots of room for back cuts. We got to just do a good job of taking care of the ball, completing some passes that were a little shaky in the first half, but then just kind of penetrate that. Dribble penetration, get some back cuts, some movement through the zone. We started to do that in the second part of the second half, and I think if we can carry that over, keep changing up what we're doing defensively, and then securing those rebounds once those shots go off the iron, we'll be okay going down the stretch.
Okay, thank you for that. Hey, and by the way, the Ripon junior varsity Ripon girls did beat Berlin here in the junior varsity game that took place just prior to this tip-off. Also, a shout-out to, Ruben, don't take your love to town. Ruben Yonke, he's recovering along with his wife, Bev. These guys are a walking mash unit. I know they're watching in, so get better, both of you. So what we want to do right now is step away for some commercial breaks, and then we're going to come back here, and we're just going to be about probably just a couple of minutes away from the tip-off. You could hear in the background Sam Erickson's at Ripon High School band. So you are listening to 1600 The Wave 93.1 FM, and we are live streaming. We'll be right back.
Drive the roads and the lane with confidence all season long. Get ready for your next road trip adventure with Goodyear Tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Holman Automotive Group is committed to providing a professional and positive sales experience along with the best possible service. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff is always willing to go the extra mile to make sure you are satisfied. They are proud to be a part of the local community and look forward to serving you for many years to come. Holman Automotive Group in Ripon and Waupun. Excellence meets innovation at Ripon Area School District through a commitment to continuous quality improvement. Ripon was awarded over $1,400,000 in grants to expand support for students and their families through interventionist supports, school-based mental health, and after-school programming. Come to Ripon and experience what happens when excellence meets innovation.
With 2 minutes away from beginning of the second half here in the Tiger Den, it's the Berlin Indian girls leading the host Ripon Tigers 19-14 on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. I'm Marty Ernser and Steve Brooks. He was talking earlier about some of the things you might want to be, or a coach might be talking about, that you want to correct and do better in the second 20 minutes of this contest. Let's talk about the schedule before we get to the game tip-off, second half action. It is the Amro Foxes in non-conference action will be coming into Ripon 7 o'clock this Saturday evening. Members used to be members years ago of the East Central Conference, have been members of the Flyway for quite some time. Berlin is going to be at home on Saturday at 11:10 in the morning. Chilton Tigers, a lot of Tigers, a lot of Cats. They'll be coming into Berlin in non-conference action for them. Tomorrow night, we're going to be bringing you more Ripon Tiger action. This time it's going to be the boys. First-year head coach Mihai Chanel Harrison is off to a 2-1 start with his boys. Won the season opener over Campbellsport Cougars 56-45. Then he went down to the Dells, played a really talented Dells team, came out with a loss. And then the Lamira Lions, an overtime win, gave them their second victory of the season. They're 2-1, and they're now going to be taking on, I believe tomorrow night, is it Kettle Moraine Lutheran?
KML comes to town, yep.
And KML boys are off to a good start. Sometimes when you look at the girls' records from KML and the boys, such as the girls are 6-1, and for Kettle Moraine Lutheran, they do these tournaments usually down towards the Milwaukee area, and Gobbler, Thanksgiving tournaments, so on and so forth. And they like to, that coach with his non-conference schedule likes to get a lot of them early in the season, I've noticed through the most recent years.
Yep, one train of thought is to play some tough non-conference competition early. get 4 or 5 or more games in before the conference season starts, and then have more time to focus on that conference schedule as the year goes on.
Yeah, and I saw where Coach Mihai Chanel Harrison went up on a scrimmage. Was it West De Pere or De Pere?
West De Pere. Yep.
West De Pere. Yeah, and there's an eye-opener there, and you get into the Valley area. So here we go. For Berlin, they will be inbounding with a 5-point lead. And here we go. Kursek gets it into Hoffman for Berlin. Both teams were their original starters to start the second half. Bounce pass to the wing. That's Zabisky, who feeds the post down to, what are they going to call here? They're going to call the bump on the hip and excuse me foul by Ari Brooks. Bartle lost her balance. And when they saw that, they said, hey, we got to blow a whistle. She must have been fouled. So that's going to be her second. All of a sudden, we got 3 Tiger girls with 2 fouls apiece here early in the second half. Bauman guarding the inbound, wide open on the weak side block. Kind of fell asleep there for sure.
Screen-to-screener action. Berlin did a nice job of connecting and finding the open player for 2.
Yeah, pick the picker. We used to call that the Tiger play. It's amazing how you've seen that work at the college men's level.
Everybody
year
runs
after year.
Every level, boys, girls.
Yeah.
If you execute, it's tough to guard. Full court pressure again by Berlin.
Go under the big. If you're the shorter, fake high, go low with the bounce pass. There's that pressure. Ripon so far gets it into the forecourt. Almost out of bounds, saves it. Brooks, Rost, short on the iron. She's 0 for 3 unofficially here on threes. But she's open. Someone's got to take those. Lines up that 3 like you line up a putt that time. I was wondering if he was going to blow the whistle. Why take so long? The shot was so short, it hit the baseline. It was out of bounds immediately. There's that pressure. Oh, into the teeth of the lion. And Berlin got the steal on that inbounds pass. And dribbling very patiently. Now the high, I like the way they go with Bartle on the high post on the lane line. She just dribbles around, overlaid it once again. Ripon with the foul underneath. We've seen a lot of those in the first half. They just attack the glass and get the whistles. So, second foul on Adeline. Is that Noldoff?
Second on Adeline. Yep.
Okay.
Kurzak with the first of 2. Got the roll.
Got the bounce on the 1-meter springboard. 22-14.
When we got these rims 2 years ago, shooters love them. The downside is that the other team's shooters love them as well. Second one misses. Ari with the long rebound. Carson bringing the ball across half court in a hurry.
She's got some space.
Bryn back to Carson.
And Carson's going to feed that block to Brooks inside out. I like that. Kicks it to Carlson. Dribble jump stop. Kicks it out. I disagree with that. Unless she. Boy, I didn't see a travel there. Because when she dribble jump stop, you can move your little. See, and the coach, she moved her front foot. I think it threw the ref off.
You can jump off one, and if you land on 2.
Yeah. My goodness.
And that's something that she does well to get to her left side.
Yeah.
Referees disagree.
Yeah, that's right. And he gets the final say. Here we go. Out to the wing. Out to the wing. That's Becca Bartle, the sophomore. Under pressure, pivot under pressure. Berlin does that. They're very fundamental. And then dribbles around to the right side. She misses. Hoffman does. Ooh. And there's a free-for-all on the floor. Berlin gets it, and they're going to go off the foot of Ripon. Rost off her foot. It's a free-for-all, and it's going to stay down here. I can't think of how many inbounds passes Berlin has had tonight.
It's got to be going on double digits, I think.
Under their basket.
Bartle up top. Looks like Bow for a 3 from the top.
Banks it in.
Off the backboard.
Trying to dribble through that. Almost lost it. Was Noldoff. And there's against the sideline. I tell you, when you're pressing on that diamond and you want to catch the ball along the tightrope on the sideline, the defense loves that.
You got to have a plan to get out of there.
It's like a triple team. Try to flush that ball down the middle.
So we're 2 minutes into the second half here. It's Berlin 25-14 on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Ripon with the sideline inbound. Ellie Ross with the ball on the top. Berlin back in their 2-3 defense. Excuse me, box and one. Looks like they have Kurzak is guarding Carson Baum in this half. Skip over to Ellie in the corner. Adeline gathers it on top. Here's where we talked about looking to penetrate those gaps a little bit. Looks like there was nobody home. Another turnover for the Tigers.
Yeah. They were taking their time, too. They were being deliberate, Ripon.
What I'd like to see is did a good job. We're patient. Ball was on top. Someone's got to fill those spots. Back cuts are great. Got to fill those spots and allow for those reversal passes to happen.
Yeah, because when you don't, I notice how that box zone can just stand there. They're not working for a living. We'll be right back.
Silver Creek Dentistry offers a truly different dental experience. No upsell, no lectures, never any pressure. They truly believe in treating you the way you want to be treated, with friendly and compassionate dental care. Silver Creek Dentistry for all your dental needs. Walsworth Printing in Ripon believes a company, like a family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School.
Welcome back to the Tiger Den where Ripon trails 25-14. Right now it's a 6-0 run by Berlin. And the Tigers need a score in a bad way. But first they need a stop against Berlin as Hoffman for the Indians sets the table out to the wing to Bo. Bo back on top to Sabisky. Drains the three on top, right in the face of the defender. And it's just like that. It's doubled up, 28-14. It seems like not too long ago, it was a one-possession game by Ripon. Talman trying to run the gauntlet with the dribble, has her pocket picked. Now it's knocked away out of bounds by Ari Brooks. Good hustle by the Tiger.
Berlin did a nice job coming out of the timeout. Ran a set, got a double screen to the top. Knocked down the three.
Yeah, they're getting good looks. I tell you, when they get good looks, they're pretty darn good perimeter shooters.
Baseline out of bounds again. Hoffman on the wing, up to Bo.
Know who the shooters are. Got to squeeze them, and maybe you can play off some of the others. That's Sabisky, dead ball in the corner. There's attacking Bo in the middle. She does a good job, left hand or right hand. She'll curl around once she gets the entry pass. Takes her legs with her, and then there seems to be contact almost every time they feed her. Earlier in the game, we talked about it. Ari Brooks was assigned to front her. At times it worked, at other times it didn't. If you're gonna front her, you have to get that help defense quicker into that Oreo sandwich.
Looks like they decided to play behind this half.
Yes.
As a result, 2 quick fouls here. Ari's out with 3.
Because we were of the opinion that if you do play behind and she gets that ball down where she wants it, it's almost a foregone conclusion. She's either going to score and you stay clean, or it's going to be a one and done. Double dribble out of bounds. They're just out of sorts right now, Ripon. That wasn't after a made basket, evidently.
That was a dead ball situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it'll be a Berlin ball again under their hoop.
Berlin up 30-14 with 14:46 on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Kurzak
lets one go. High archer. Look at that. That'll make it rain.
Sobieski for another one.
Yeah. Sobieski, older brother, I believe, on the football team. If you're Ripon, if you're strong with the ball, you want to get that ball, flush it right up the middle. And they're not able to. They go to the sides, and they're playing right into that trapped by Berlin.
Take a little air out of the passes as well. We're allowing the defense to make a play on all those. So Berlin again, and they're boxing one. Good skip pass from Bryn Carlson and Noldoff on the baseline.
Nice little base runner by Noldoff to finish to make it 33-16. 14 minutes remaining in the game on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Sobieski with the ball up on top.
Noldoff
has it stolen by Noldoff. Left hand. Isn't that nice to the lefty? So back-to-back baskets. It becomes infectious and your confidence grows. Make a good play. Next thing you know, you make a good play on the other end. That's what Noldoff just did.
So on cue, we talked about fronting the post. Looks like Emma Resop was assigned to front. Help side was late. It's going to be another foul on Noldoff, the and one for Bartle.
Yeah, so Noldoff has picked up 2 quick fouls here in the first half of the second half. I wanted to say that. 35-18 here. She's going to try to get that 3rd point here on the foul. She does. Solid. Would you expect anything other than that from a Bartle? Bryn Carlson will inbound against that pressure. Boy, no way should they be able to do that. I'm telling you, look left, come back right, or vice versa. Fake it, then make it. Don't telegraph it.
And I think we have to send some of the girls from half court up to help with some of this pressure.
Want to trap that corner.
Put in a lot of pressure on the inbounder. And
there you go. Yeah.
The lone offensive player that's being guarded by 3.
Yeah, 3-on-1. Mm-hmm.
Reverse to Noldoff, goes down the left side.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see if they could even triple threat and square, make them think there's that dribble jump stop.
Same move as before, it wasn't a travel that time. Got the left-handed jump shot up.
Resop trying to save it, couldn't quite do it. Good effort by the sophomore for the Tigers. Berlin going the other way. That's Hoffman looking for a cutter. Skip pass to Sobieski. Sobieski back to Hoffman on top for Berlin. 13 minutes exactly remaining in the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Coming around, Sobieski receives it. That's from the younger Bartle. Becca. We're going to get a timeout called by Berlin. We're going to step away for some ads here. It's 36-18. Berlin has taken control of this contest here in the second half.
Floral Expressions is a full-service floral shop conveniently located inside of Webster's Marketplace. From centerpieces to balloon bouquets, full wedding flowers to custom and sentimental remembrance arrangements, Floral Expressions is here to help. Inside of Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. Homan Automotive Group is committed to providing a professional and positive sales experience along with the best possible service. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff is always willing to go the extra mile to make sure you are satisfied. They are proud to be a part of the local community and look forward to serving you for many years to come. Homan Automotive Group in Ripon and Waupun. Friendly service, competitive pricing. Modern Overhead Door does a tremendous job with quality installation of new garage doors and providing professional service after the sale. Selling residential and commercial CHI overhead doors. Modern Overhead Door, family owned and operated in Ripon. Call 748-5000.
Inbound Sobieski for Berlin on top, being hounded by Ross. He kicks it out to the end. There's a deflection. Haven't seen enough of those by Ripon on the half-court defense. Show me the ball, dribble, locate, left hand off the window. What a finish by Berlin to go up by 20.
Ellie Ross reverses it to Reese Brooks up the left sideline.
And now it's 3-on-1 if they hustle. Out of control on that take. It was 3-on-1. Didn't work out for him to get tied up on the floor. Possession arrow goes to Ripon. So Reese Brooks, who's in the game now, coming off of that timeout, will inbound for Ripon. They're 4 across. That's Ross, that's Resop, that's Ari Brooks and Bauman. Down screen, cross down screens. Try to get to the shooter. Ross takes it on a running jumper. Offensive. I think it's the right call there. Great defense by Berlin. Anticipation of the dribble drive.
Kurzak did a nice job of sliding over, had her feet set. If Ellie could get there and just stop and elevate, might have an opportunity. Charge goes the other way.
Ripon comes out. You've been talking earlier in that 2-3 zone. Get those hands up. Hit those passing lanes. Almost a turnover there. Got to get them. You know, you're on defense. You got to make this offense uncomfortable. Ripon hasn't done that. Overlaid it. Resop fighting for the rebound. She's underneath. Berlin gets their own rebound. Reach in by Rost. It's a loose ball. They're fighting for it. What are they going to call here? They're going to call it a
jump ball.
Yes, a help ball. And Reese is saying to Ari Brooks, hey, are my teeth there and how am I doing? Making sure everything's where it's supposed to be. Good. I think everybody's good. Ari Brooks will guard the inbound. Belly button to belly button, it looks like on the inbounds. Reese Brooks, Bauman, Resop. Got to make this offense uncomfortable because they've had their way. That's a wall. Good job on really attacking the ball defensively with some double team, and the window got really tight there for Berlin, created the turnover. They're inviting that trap in the corner. That's where they want you to do the inbound at. That's tough. Good job by Brooks. Bounce pass to Resop. Got so excited. It was Christmas morning. 2-on-1.
Got to a 2-on-1 situation.
And it was like whoopee.
Did a nice job of Ari, flash, got the pass, give and go on the sideline, and we just couldn't connect down here. Another turnover for the Tigers.
Yeah, what you want to do is get that ball to the middle, make the defender make a decision. Do I guard the ball or do I drop off?
Tigers are trailing 38-18 with 11 minutes left on the American Family Insurance scoreboard.
You're doing a nice job, Stephen, for filling in. Thank you for the last-minute fill-in, by the way.
Absolutely.
Overlay there, rebound by Ari Brooks. Almost lost it. She's looking. Who can I get it to? Look for the ball. That's on the wing to Ross. Ross to the corner. 3-ball. In and out and in again by Reese Brooks, I believe. Even if it wasn't her, I'm saying it was her, but it was her.
Thanks for that.
Yep.
Nice job stepping into the shot, knocking it down.
Yeah, in the corner.
Cut into that deficit.
That's what you're supposed to say, 3-ball side pocket. Almost a walk there by Berlin. Where's that ref when you need him? Okay, on the wing. That's number 12. That's Bartle. She steps it out. Nice crossover dribble, scoop shot, right hand, and we get a whistle. She's going to shoot 2. She is a cool, calm customer. Ball handling skill. Her left offhand is as good as her dominant hand. If you want to play basketball, talk to your kids. Make sure that happens. If you are strong with the ball, you will play high school basketball.
The thing about her knocking down 3 3-point shots in the first half is you have to honor that. We bid on a shot fake. Aria came over a little bit late, picked up her 4th foul. Hoffman hits the first free throw to make it 39-21.
And against Wautoma, Hoffman only had 7 points, 4 rebounds, very pedestrian numbers. But she certainly is making up for that here tonight in conference play at Ripon.
Second free throw good as well.
Almost has Ripon doubled up. They did earlier. 10.5 minutes remaining on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Marty Ernser, Steve Brooks bringing it to you. JJ, almost said Riddick, but it's, got under that pressure. That pressure once again forces Ripon into a turnover. J.J. Cronin is behind the lens. The executive producer, Riley Eisnagel. He's the guy turning knobs and gadgets and pretty lights, making us think that, wow, this guy's really good. So, but we don't know what he's doing. Athletic director, Vince Propson. He's also here. Sarah Kesich. Hello, Sarah. And she's on the board. And we don't know what the board looks like necessarily. We think it might be bigger than what our executive producer has here on site with a bunch of lights and whistles and screens. So, and I was talking earlier to Sarah Kesich if she found that if she found the board, if she found that to be quite boring, and she didn't get back to me on that. Anyway, Ripon's coming out here. They have 10.5 minutes remaining. They're down 40-21. So what you're thinking about right now is, geez, can we come back and win this? You're thinking about every possession and defensive stops. Incrementally, what can we do as Tigers to play better in the next 10.5 minutes?
There's time. there's time. We just got to take advantage, get stops, turn stops into points.
Hoffman with the ball off the inbound from Kurchek. Kurchek with the ball on top. They faked it down, pops back out. That's Hoffman to Sobieski on the wing. She feeds Bartle on the post. A theft. We're going to get the tie up. And does she have a penchant for that? That's right, number 13. Noldoff ties him up. Possession arrow in favor of Ripon. You just said it, Coach Brooks, and that is you get the defense working for you if you're Ripon. Now, can you convert those into points?
Still trying to figure out the box and one. Berlin continues to be in that 4-person zone, chasing Carson Bauman around the court.
You know, you're always trying to go over the top with their passes. Fake high, go low, especially if you're a short stature. So anyway, they're in their person-to-person. Hawking the ball. Bauman almost with a theft. That's Reese Brooks. She was playing denial over there with Sobieski. They're looking to feed the post. Good pressure by the sophomore Reesop. Hoffman on top giving instructions. Sobieski, come up here. Give me a good passing angle. Pops back out. That's Hoffman.
Nice job by Emma Reesop jumping that pass, getting the turnover.
Yeah, nice sophomore. Aggressive for an underclassman for sure.
Reese Brooks over to Noldoff on top, who dribbles to the left wing. Scoop pass to Carson Bauman. Picks up her dribble. Right corner to Reese Brooks. Back to the top with Libby Gatsky. I like our patience.
9 minutes left here in the second half.
Gatsky on the dribble. Back up to Noldoff on top. Over to Reese Brooks.
There's the block. Oh, I thought Bartle fouled her. Anyway, just because you got your arms up, the hip check counts for something. Anyway, nice finish by the sophomore with Bartle all over her.
Did a good job reversing the ball 3 or 4 times. Patient, got a post touch, ended up scoring.
Down 17. What they're calling is a moving screen, I think. The problem is it was a pretty good, she's pretty shaken up, Callie Skurchek. They're going to leave her out there. Coach wants her to walk it off.
I think she got the foul and the worst end of that collision.
Yeah, she did.
And it looks like Coach Mulata, as many coaches, myself included, isn't like the explanation he's getting over there.
No, but I like what he's doing is leaving her out there. Unless it's an ankle or a head or something like that, I want him to work through it. I want my players to play through that discomfort. In a herd, they're flashing Bauman. They got tied up. That'll still go to Berlin this time. I like the idea. I've always been a big fan of treating Bauman much like Bartle for Berlin. I go up the lane line halfway up or the high post on the free throw line. Open up the baseline. There's another. Geez, I wonder who was involved with that tie-up.
He's going to give him a timeout first. The referee at half court's going to award Berlin a timeout to save the possession.
Okay, prior to the whistle of the held ball. Okay, we're going to keep it here. We've done our due diligence with regards to sponsorship.
You know what it's a good time for, Marty?
Talk to me.
Say hi to our friends in Illinois that are listening tonight.
And who would those friends might be and where might they be living?
Well, we got to say hi to the Hogan family who's in Byron, Illinois tonight listening to the game.
Byron, my best to Uncle Byron. Okay, go ahead.
And any other friends that we don't know about that live in Illinois?
No, but
say hi to you too.
I'm glad they're in Byron and not Rockford, because Rockford's a tough town.
It is.
You know, King Kong is considered effeminate in Rockford. That's how tough that town is.
You know who was a great NBA player that came out of Rockford?
No.
Fred VanVleet.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. I've never been downtown Rockford.
Speaking of the NBA, what are your thoughts on the in-season tournament? Fan of it?
I was surprised to see they were having it. I didn't know anything about it. They're in Vegas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to see it. I like the floor, by the way.
Me too.
Yeah. I was eating my leftover mac and cheese, looking at that, checking out that floor. Yeah, you know you can walk 2 city blocks in Rockford and never leave the scene of the crime. So with 8:22 remaining, American Family Insurance scoreboard, it's 40-23. The inbounding will be by Berlin. We've been saying that a lot. I should have that recorded. That is Callie Kurzek on the inbound, and some pressing by Ripon in the backcourt, and almost a steal. They're not going to call it a. They're going to call a push on Ripon. Boy, no matter what, it seems. And so Ripon with the pressure coming off of that timeout gets called for the foul. That'll be her third or her second. Ari Brooks
has 4.
Has 4. Okay. Is that 6, by the way, if you take the two sisters and you add the foul?
You know what? The new math does it differently, so it's hard to say.
And the new math was in the 70s, which I am a victim of. Okay. Here we go. Jane Hoffman from the free throw line. So she can make them elsewhere, not just either the three-pointer or the layup scoop up and under.
After a rough start in the first half, Berlin's done a nice job in the second half and knocking down their free throws.
Yeah, they have. And that's what good teams do. Take advantage. When you get to the free throw line, the charity stripe, as they like to call it, take advantage of it. They're going to come out with that full court pressure again as we're going to get the Becca Bartle enters for Berlin. Noldoff for Ripon will do the inbounding. Gets it to Reese Brooks. Gets it to Bauman down the line. It's 2 on none. And the freshman Reese for Ripon very nicely finishes and knocked out on the inbound with some good hustle by Reese Brooks for the Tigers. 42-25, 8:05 remaining here in and on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Referee showing Callie Kurzek where she's going to inbound from. So they're trying to deny as best they can. That goes to Jane Hoffman. She's driving. Knocked away. They're going to call the travel. Sometimes pressing teams don't like to be pressed, as the old adage goes, and that's an example as to why. Great hustle by the Tigers. Reese Brooks is going to inbound. We're going to get the official timeout. And we'll get Ari Brooks back in. And number 11 for Ripon. I didn't get that number. She takes a seat. 2 on 1. Good hustle by Hoffman. Hoffman's a nice player for Berlin. Smooth.
Berlin as a whole does a great job of getting back in that pressure. I thought we had an extra second, and they closed the gap pretty quick.
I just like what the way they play. They seem to know what they want to do, and they execute pretty well. Fundamentally, they're a pretty good team. Good ball handling skill set for the most part.
Hoffman with the ball on top. Ripon's playing man-to-man.
Kershak taking her time. Hoffman pops out. They'll sink and then pop out to get that separation from the defender. We're going to get a walk there because that pressure being applied by the sophomore, Wiesop. And it's interesting to me because you're talking Berlin. I played football at Ripon College with 2 Wiesops from Berlin, and they were both, the 2 brothers, very good football players. And now we got a Wiesop in Ripon. Okay, whatever. On the Reese Brooks on the wing, back to Ari Brooks in the corner. She dribbles it back out, loses the handle, gets it back. Then we go to the corner to Reese, shows the 3, kicks it back out on top to Noldoff. Noldoff dribble jump stop. What are they calling? They're going to call too much of the hand check on her blow by. Fouls against Berlin, stops the action here at 7 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the contest, 42-25. Berlin's been in control since they went on that big spurt to start the second half. Interestingly, in pregame, we talked about where Ripon struggled coming out to start second halves. Noldoff on the inbound, receives it, goes back to the high post by Bauman. 3-ball Ross, reverse, just can't find it tonight, Ross. And we're going to get a tie-up right here. That ball will be rewarded to Ripon. Keep the ball right down here. Let's see what Coach Jesse Noldoff has for an inbounds play for the Tigers.
Marty, I'm going to say that's our unofficial 17th jump ball tonight with 7 minutes left to go in the game.
Yeah, and I think you're sandbagging with that number. There's a safety valve on top to Bauman. Dribble, jump stop, flying, didn't go. Off the rim. Berlin Bartle recovers. She gets it out to Hoffman. Hoffman pushes to the wing, wide open to Claire Bartle.
Berlin's doing a good job. They're running a 5-out motion. A lot of back cuts. Claire Bartle on the drive. Tied up by Noldoff and stolen. Nice job, Adeline.
Yeah, I like seeing what I'm seeing by Ripon with that aggressive defense. Change your speeds, Noldoff. That's what you do. You go from fast to slower, fast to faster.
Ellie back to Adeline on the left wing.
Looking for a cutter. No one's there. A little late getting there. Ripon got a break. Ross was not definitive, making up her mind on that cut, and therefore got up to a slow start, but it was knocked out of bounds by, I believe that was Kursek for Berlin. They got 4 across on the baseline. Gets it out to Rost on the wing, off of her knee, knocked off. Noldoff with the ball now, approaching 6 minutes remaining, 42-25. Ari Brooks bounce pass down the lane line to Resop. Wasn't ready for it. Off the hip, out of bounds.
Again, good job getting the ball on the inside of that 4-person zone in the box and one. Just couldn't connect on the baseline catch and finish, so be Berlin basketball out of bounds. Ripon with some full court pressure. Looking to get a double team in the backcourt. Hoffman with a...
Yeah, you got to hustle here. Once they break the press, get back, because that's what happens.
Hoffman with a great one-handed cross-court pass to Bow for 3.
She did. Great find by the Berlin kid.
Brings it to 45-25 with 5:46 left on the American Family Insurance scoreboard.
Wide open 3, breaking the press. Bauman follows her own shot, gets her own rebound. Off the window, count it. Off the right side, 45-27, 5.5 minutes remaining on the American Family Insurance scoreboard. Steal by Bauman. 3 by Noldoff. No, weak side rebound. She gets fouled. That's Ari Brooks. Ari, nice weak side positioning there to get the rebound on the attempted putback. Was fouled. Will shoot 2. If you're joining us here on 93.1 FM or 1600 The Wave AM, or if we are also live streaming on YouTube/Ripon channel. Marty Ernser here, Steve Brooks, my wingman. JJ Cronin. JJ Cronin behind the lens. Welcome to the club, JJ. Hope you get a nice company car. Riley Eisnagel, executive producer, as she makes good on that second layup or free throw.
That's going to be
what do we got here?
Very questionable 5th foul for Ari.
Yeah. Oh, I almost thought it was a timeout. That's how questionable I thought it was. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be her 5th. Yeah, I'm surprised to see that. Bryn Carlson will come in for her.
1-1.
At least it stops the clock for Ripon, but it gives the visitors the opportunity to add on to the scoreboard. 45-28, make that 46-28.
So all this talk of company cars as the fill-in, do I get access to the keys?
No, I don't. No, I don't have one. That was part of the deal.
How many games do I got to do before I get a sniff?
I've been told 472, but
okay.
I don't give or take. We're a small town,
so 470 to go.
We can round it. I get a Christmas tree from Huckleberry Tree Farms, a free one every 20 years. I got one. I'll have 2 more years. I'll have my second. My 41-year-old son was 1. Was 2. The first time we got a tree. So I'll be getting a free tree and 2 more Christmases. If there's any reason to stay alive, that's it, Stephen. Stephen. I never called you Stephen, have I?
You haven't.
What about your mom or dad? Ever?
Please don't again.
Okay.
Bryn Carlson inbounds Adeline Noldoff on the left wing. A lot of contact out there right now.
Yeah. Bryn trapped against the baseline. Dead ball, picked up her dribble. Almost stolen. Noldoff dribbles out. There's the hook with the legs. You got it. That's going to go against 22 for Berlin. Emma Bowe, as once she got hooked her with her legs. That's Noldoff. She looks at the ref as he blew the whistle. She's still going, is that on me? Yeah. Yep. It's kind of like you come home, the dog tore up the couch looking at you like, yeah, I know. That was on me. Here we go. Noldoff, open 3, Ross. Nope. But rebound, weak side. Bryn Carlson, left hand off the window, tries to get her own rebound, couldn't quite. They're doubling the ball. They're going to call a foul. Take your choice. Let's see, who's he going to give it to? He's thinking right now as he's walking towards the scorer's table, who am I going to call this on?
Foul's being called on Carlson.
He's going to give it to Bryn Carlson. And that's her third. Now, Noldoff has at least 3, right? Because if he picks on her for the foul, would have been her 4th, I believe, unofficially. 4:50 remaining, American Family Insurance scoreboard, 47-28. And yeah, look who's back at the free throw line. A good free throw shooter.
First of the 1-and-1.
Hoffman, all-around player. She started off showing us her abilities from beyond the three-point line and then started driving the ball, catching down by the free throw line. And then just it's all around good court awareness. Open 3, skip pass, Bauman to Noldoff. Weak side layup by the sophomore, missed it. Bryn Carlson goes, she gets it with the left hand. Sticks her nose in there.
Way to keep the ball alive on that offensive board. Got the left-hander to go.
Ball to the middle, then to the wing, down to the middle. She could flush. They could have attacked, but good discipline by the Indians, realizing the situation. Hey, we have the double-digit lead.
And that's one thing I've been impressed with all night is Berlin's done a good job in any defense that Ripon has thrown at them to space the floor, be patient, and for the most part have taken some really good shots. Haven't forced things.
Berlin doesn't get rattled. They don't allow themselves to get rattled. And to do that, you're strong with the ball, and like you said, Steve, good spacing. And then it forces that Ripon defense to have to get out there and defend and create space. Have you decided? I'm going to ask Riley and you, Steve. Have you decided you two what for my Christmas gift? And she makes good, Shane Hoffman, on that free throw. No, he's. You can't hear the executive producer. Steve and I can hear him, but nobody else can. And he was going to tell me what it was. I always like to be surprised.
Riley and I have been working on something for about 2 months. So
okay. All right, arts and crafts, Steve. I'm not encouraged. Good. There you go. Bauman dribbling around, almost loses the handle, double dribble. She's looking to feed Ross down on the cross. Yeah, they're giving me a hard time. We had to get rid of some stuff. I didn't use enough sunblock at the golf course, so they had to do away with some stuff. Had to use a scalpel, and evidently they went through about 7 scalpels. I kept dulling them on my forehead. I thought they were going to go with one of those $200,000 oil drill bits. And nice feed down the lane. No hurry. Kick it back out. Seasoned team. Confident veteran team. They go 3 across. Boy, they're running what I used to run in my club ball. You go 2 your corners with your forwards, 3 ball handlers on top, and you keep dribbling around, take turns, replace yourself, feed the corner. The middle's left wide open that way. Timeout by the Berlin head coach. Yeah, 3 across the top, 1 in each of the corners. Works for Berlin. We get that timeout from Berlin. Steve, talk to me.
What was Coach Ernser's sideline demeanor back in the day?
I'm an A-type. I'm like I've had a 6-pack of Mountain Dew. But put it this way, my players knew I was in the trenches with them. I am who I am. I'm kind of like Lucky, and we both don't have hair, so I'm kind of like Lucky Works that way. But I absolutely when I coached the boys teams like from 5th grade going into their senior year, it was like there was less of that because the guys knew what was going on. You know, hey, let's go, let's chew wood, let's get out there. With girls, I always felt kind of like with girls teams, you got to know you're in there. I'm in there with you. Let's go, let's attack. We're not going to worry about an excuse me, and we're not going to act like We're going to go in there. We're going to punch. We're going to deliver the first blow.
Where do you fall on coaching attire?
I never
changed the coaching game.
I never wore a tire because I couldn't find one big enough to fit. But had I, Javi would have been a Firestone off of a John Deere tractor.
Well said.
But actually, because it was club ball, you know how club ball goes. So I never coached WIA this and that. So I think I would have been kind of like you, sort of semi-casual kind of thing. The coat and tie, I got no problem with that. It's just you got to, who are you, right? safety valve on top out to Hoffman. 3 minutes remaining in the contest. 50-30, exactly off the foot of the Ripon player. Resop with the reach. Yeah, I think it was off the Berlin's leg. Ref missed it. Left hand dribble. They're going to get the push from behind by Resop. At least that's what it should be. Let's see what they got going here.
Foul been called on number 4, Risa. Sobieski comes alive shooting.
Resop. And we get a timeout. Ripon with exactly 2:48 remaining on 50-30. So Berlin's going to walk out of here with a win tonight. They're going to go non-conference Saturday morning at 11:10 in the Berlin gym as the Chilton Tigers come into Berlin Saturday morning. The Amro Foxes will come into this very gym to take on the Ripon Tiger girls in search of their second win of the season. Saturday evening. Steve, I'm sure you'll be here.
I will.
Watching the, it's always different, right? When you coach and then you have kids that are there and playing, and here you are sitting up here with 2 kids playing while we're talking. Never necessarily an easy thing to do, but it's also, there's a fun part to it also. I've always thought I was in that same situation. And plus, it's easier if your kids are decent.
Well, I already missed a free throw tonight, so we'll have to talk about that when she gets home.
Okay, no soup for you. No soup for you. Okay, now coming off of that timeout called by Ripon. Sobieski, is that? I can't see the 1. I'll assume that's Sobieski, number 10, shooting the free throw. And that didn't work out for her.
You a Christmas music guy?
Big time. And, yeah, and all kinds. Oh, the Pretenders back in the 80s. Got an old CD. Knock your socks off. Springsteen, Christmas, and then classic Christmas.
You still play CDs?
Nat King Cole. In the Maserati, as my daughter calls it, the old Mazda sports car. Yeah, we do play CDs in there. There's a nice drive left hand. Missed it, but offensive putback by Bauman. She couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Bartle. Fouled by... I didn't think there was much there. Bartle. And so she'll shoot 2 down there. I think they're probably in the super bonus. That'll be a foul on Nolhoff, her 4th. I like the way that she wears the number 13. I think there'd be a lot of people, I don't want that number. Nah, she embraces it. You want a person like that on your team. You want an aggressive person that's athletic, that can really get on the other team's guard, try to get them uncomfortable. To the wing now. That's Reese Brooks back to Noldoff. We're back to Carlson. Carlson back to 11 that's in there for Ripon, I should say.
That's Adelie Hatfield.
Thank you.
Another sophomore.
Yeah,
Reese Brooks lost the handle.
And she got in earlier. There's the missed shot.
Came up short.
That'll be a Ripon ball, it should be. Let's see. Huh. I thought that was off of 34, Kursek. And by the time it was off of Ripon, it had already gone out of bounds and it was on the floor. So it nullified. And that's why I'm not an official. And good denial there. They're going to call kind of a quick 5. We'll take it. 2 minutes exactly remaining. Right now, if you're coaching right now and you're the Ripon, coach, it's like, okay, I want we're playing now for the next game, right? I want energy. I want high energy. I forget about the scoreboard on that skip pass to Reese Brooks to the corner for a 3 off the foot of the Berlin player.
What you're looking to do is get a positive. You're looking for some sort of momentum, something to take away. At the end of this game, they'll flush this one.
Yeah.
They'll talk it over, set practice time for tomorrow, and get ready for Saturday. That's all you can do at this point. Nice shot by Carson on the top for 3.
Yeah.
Makes the score 51-32 with 1:44 left.
Kind of an interesting inbounds as we get the foul called. Noldoff will be done now for the evening. That's her 5th. Yeah, on the inbounds, it's almost like, well, I'm just going to throw it in above the 3-point and get it in, and we'll run our offense. And she put it back up a quick read before the defense could react on that Bauman shot. Huh?
But the thing is kids are smart. So as much as a coach wants to come up with some great sayings, some quotes, some wisdom, kids don't want to hear it right now. So, get back at it tomorrow, shoot some free throws, take care of the ball, get ready with your scouting report for Amro, and see what happens come Saturday.
And Carlson brings it down. They're just working it around. Skip pass, nice find on the weak side block, but knocked away. It was a good pass, but a better defensive play, and then knocked out of bounds by Reese Brooks. And what a nice effort by Jane Hoffman, who blocked a shot on that nice entry pass by the Ripon, but then had it knocked out of her hands by Reese Brooks. Bryn Carlson, bounce pass, inbounds, shot way short. Might have been touched a little bit there. That was number 10 going up, Libby Gatsky on the shot, and we'll get a foul here. These last few minutes have gotten very long because a lot of whistles, and Berlin going to the free throw line. Ripon might be getting close to running out of players. This continues. Hoffman really, I think, is really the nice centerpiece of this team. I didn't want to say glue. I didn't want to say the straw that stirs the drink. So I said we'll talk centerpiece here, Coach.
Thanks for leaving that out.
Yeah. And so, like I said, we'll be here tomorrow night. It's going to be the boys' opportunity as that one goes around the rim and falls through for Berlin and Hoffman. And it's 54-33, exactly 1:20 remaining. And off the hands of Bauman on the entry pass, off her fingertips. Berlin running, 3-on-1, kicks it out. Are they going to show? Nice bounce pass, inside-outside game. Bartle lost the handle on it. She's frustrated.
Good job by Carlson to wall up and force a turnover.
Yeah, and Bartle's thinking, I'm not thinking about the score. I turned it over, darn it. I don't want to do that. It's kind of like you say, you always want to end on something positive. Deep 3, that's a 4-pointer if that goes in. Missed by Bauman. And defense got tight on the offensive person, caught a hip, went back, bounced their head off the back of the floor. Referees, rightfully so, take an official timeout. We'll see if Libby Gatsky is going to be okay there. I'll talk about tomorrow evening. It'll be Mihai Chanel Harrison, first-year head coach for the Ripon Tiger boys, will be trying to improve upon his 2-1 record tomorrow night when the Chargers of Kettle Moraine Lutheran come to town, and they're a good ball club, and that'll be at around between 7:15 tomorrow night. We'll be on the air. Hopefully, Lynn Krause is feeling better, and he'll be back here on play-by-play, and I'll be moving over to do Steve's spot. Steve will be sitting there with Molly. And she gets up. That's good. She's walking on her own. Libby Gatsky, always a good sign. So with less than a minute remaining, Berlin got a free timeout coming off of that short-term official timeout due to the head to the floor. Berlin will take their record to overall 5-2, 1-1 in conference with this win tonight over the Ripon Tigers. Bartle's a nice target, but they overthrew it, and it's going to be stolen by Rost. Rost feeds the corner for the 3. Kind of fell out of her shot, Bauman did. On Hoffman is Bauman. Good denial. That's what I want to see by Carlson. I love that. You get a dead ball. Deny your person. Do not let your person catch the ball. That's a walk. Yeah. Drag that pivot foot. So we'll get a buzzer. We're going to get another replacement. That'll be Becca Bartle coming in for Sobieski.
Here's a fun fact, Marty. I used the last time out, and our unofficial paid attendance is 162 people tonight.
You know, and I don't know how you did that counting. I don't know how to count. Like I said, that's why I majored in political science. But, yeah. And what a nice band by Sam Erickson. I love the way he gets those guys playing ball as a 2-3 zone by Berlin. And they launch a 3, missed everything except the floor. And Berlin will take it. And good job by Bauman for steering, if you will, the ball to out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover on Berlin. Would like to have seen more of those in the first half. With just a little bit of time left here. We're going to take a 3 by Reese Brooks off the rim. Rebound, sophomore Reesop. How did that not go in? Bryn Carlson rebound. Third time's the charm on that. That'll do it here. That's the buzzer. The final score on the American Family Insurance scoreboard here in the Ripon Tiger Den at Ripon High School. Berlin 54, Ripon 35. So, for Jesse Noldoff and his assistant Chris Bumby, band director Sam Erickson, athletic director Vince Propson, Riley Eisnagel, executive producer, cameraman J.J. Cronin, welcome to the club. On the board back there on Radio Road, Sarah Kessich. Hi, Sarah. Analyst Steve Brooks, and I'm Marty Ernser. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening in. We'll be back for more Ripon High School basketball with the boys tomorrow evening. Till then, good night, everybody.